I'm Emma, physiotherapist at the Samson Centre for MS, and in this series of videos I'm going to be taking you through our seated Pilates style exercise class. So we're going to be focusing on our posture in sitting and engaging our core muscles while we move our bodies to stretch and strengthen. For the class, you'll want to be sitting on a supportive seat and have some water or a drink nearby for when we take a break. And later on, we're going to be using an exercise or resistance band. So if you've got one of those, have it nearby. Okay, so let's get started by setting our posture and warming up. So if you can, sit forward in your chair. So either shuffle away from the backrest or just bring your back away from the backrest if possible. Sitting up tall, and have a check of how you're sitting on the seat. So you want your weight evenly distributed through your bottom and through your sitting bones. So you might want to just have a little shuffle and check that your weight is even through those sitting bones. Okay? Then have a check of your legs. So you want to have your knees directly in front of your hips so that your thighs are running parallel in front of you, and then your ankles and feet directly below your knees. Check that your feet are both flat on the floor if possible, and again that the weight through your feet is evenly spread. So you feel nice and grounded through your feet, through your legs, through your bottom. So moving on to the top half of our bodies. So you want to be sitting up nice and tall. So grow up, making your spine nice and long. You can imagine a thread coming from the crown of your head attached to a helium balloon above your head that's just drawing you up to lengthen throughout your whole back, your whole spine, your neck as well. Okay, so nice and tall, but being careful that you're not over stretching through the neck. So keep your head facing forward so that the back of your neck is long, but the front of your neck is relaxed. And you might want to imagine just tucking your chin very slightly as if you're holding on to a big ball or juicy peach under your chin to keep the back of your neck nice and long. Okay, now have a think about where your shoulders are. So being careful that shoulders are drawn down away from your ears, and also thinking about your shoulder blades on your back just drawing slightly together so that the front of your chest is nice and open. Okay, so in that position, just taking some breaths in and out. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. So as you breathe in, you want to think about the air filling right down to the bottom of your rib cage and your tummy. So you might want to put your hands on your lower rib cage and feel that air pushing them apart as you fill the very bottom of your lungs. And then as you breathe out, you're going to think about just drawing in and up very slightly your lower tummy. And this is what switches on our core muscles, which we want to be active as we're doing our other movements. So breathing in, breathing out, and as you're breathing out, you're just very slightly drawing in that lower part of your tummy. So it's about 30% of what you could do if you really sucked it in to your best of your ability. Okay, you can imagine that you're just tightening a belt, perhaps one notch, or you're just drawing your tummy in to squeeze into a slightly snug pair of jeans. Okay, so you draw that lower tummy in, and you want to try and keep that drawn in as we're doing the other exercises. So as you're breathing, feel that you're breathing into the bottom of your rib cage and that you've got your lower tummy drawn in slightly. and keeping that nice posture that we've set. So let's do some warm-up movements. So we're going to start with rolling our shoulders, circling the shoulders back. And circling them forwards. Great, and now we're going to shrug the shoulders up as we breathe in and release them as you breathe out. So shrugging the shoulders up and releasing them down, keeping your collarbones and your chest open at the front. Once more. Okay, and now we're going to just get our necks moving a little bit to warm up. So we're going to bring chin down to chest first of all. Hold it for a few seconds and then coming back up to the centre. We'll do that one again. Chin to chest. And back up. And once more. Chin to chest. And back up. Now let's turn our heads to look over one shoulder, just as far as is comfortable for you. Hold for a couple of seconds and back to centre. Nice slow movements, and the other way. So looking round towards the back of the room or the side of the room, wherever feels okay for you. Back to centre. Same again. So looking over the shoulder and looking back to the middle and the other way and back to the centre. And now we're going to take one ear down towards your shoulder. So you should feel that stretch down the opposite side of your neck. Just go to where feels comfortable for you. Back to centre and the other way. So just be careful that this shoulder is not coming up towards your ear. Keep those shoulders down and shoulder blades slightly drawn together. Back to centre. We'll do that again. So ear down towards shoulder. And notice that my head is not turning with this exercise, so keep looking straight ahead as your head drops down to the side. Let's do the last one. And back to the centre. Okay. Clasp your hands in front of your chest. We're going to stretch out our upper backs. So you're going to push your hands forward, reach forward and round your upper back, bringing your chin down to your chest. Hold it for a couple of seconds as you breathe, and then bring those hands back to your chest, nice and open across the front of your chest. Let's go again. So taking the hands forwards, rounding the upper back. The shoulder blades are spreading out round to the sides of your body. And then bring those hands back to your chest, sitting up tall, open across the front of your chest. One more time. Push the arms and the hands forward, round the upper back. Tuck the chin. Lovely stretch through the shoulders and upper back. And back to centre. And drop the arms down. I'm warm up the shoulders by doing what's called the toy soldier arms. So you're going to just swing your arms one by one up to shoulder height. Again, making sure your shoulders stay away from your ears. And if that feels okay, you can take your arms up higher and you can bring them all the way up if you can. Again, just move within your comfortable range. So warming up those shoulders, toy soldier arms. And rest the arms down. And now we're going to do a cat stretch to warm up the rest of our backs. So hands on your thighs by your knees, and you're going to round through your whole back. So you're slumping down through your lower back, tucking your tailbone underneath. Nice rounded back. And then you're going to sit up really tall, and then try to lengthen even more, sticking your tailbone out behind, so there might be a slight arch in your lower back now. And back to the centre. And let's go again. So slumping down, rounding through the back, tucking your tailbone underneath, coming back to your middle upright sitting position, and then just growing a little taller, opening your chest up to the top corner of the room, and a slight arch in your lower back as you stick your tailbone out behind you. And back to centre and rocking down again. So your pelvis is rocking, it's tilting back as we round, and then as we come and sit up, it's tilting forwards as we arch. Keep going, moving from one position to the other in your own time, just as far as is comfortable for you, trying to achieve a smooth, gentle movement. Let's just do one more. And coming back to that middle position, sitting nice and tall. And we're going to do a roll down. So you're going to bring your chin down to your chest, and you're going to roll down through your upper back and shoulders, through your middle back, running your hands down your legs to where you feel is right for you today. So it may be just past the knees, it may be down towards the feet, it may be down to the floor. Relaxing there for a couple of seconds, and then slowly bringing yourself back up. So from the lower part of your back first, then straightening that middle part of your back, uncurling, and then all the way through shoulders and upper back, and the last thing to come up is your head, straightening the neck. Let's do that one again. So rolling down. Through the upper back, through the middle back, through the lower back, relaxing at the bottom, and then stacking yourself back up from the bottom of your spine, working your way up slowly through the middle section, through the upper section, through the neck, back to the middle. One more time. the middle. Well done. Now we're all warmed up, you can move on to the next video to start the other exercises.